All I want for Christmas. A music device, maybe a gift card for a carrying case and noise-canceling earphones. Nope. For me, Santa's perfect Christmas present. Immortality. So I am laying on the ground, in snow, alive, again. I would love telling you this is my first receiving of the big guy's magic immortality sprinkles, the irrefutable gift of the season. Unfortunately, dying seems my common work hazard. Oh, Merry frickin' Christmas. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm getting ahead of myself. That sucks for you. I will clear things up in a minute, but first, back to this little matter I have.
How are you still alive?
Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, you just killed me. I came back, and since none of this improves your status on the list here, I'm finishing my job and getting on with my list. Now, if you will just stand still so I can pummel you, much appreciated.
How are you still alive? Hey!
So, anyway, I have this list I get each Christmas from the Ho. You know, the ho ho ho, Santa Claus. For centuries, Santa would keep a list of kids who were naughty and those who were nice. Something simple years ago. Santa with a small data pool, doling out treats and gifts in good kid stockings and lumps of coal inside naughty kid socks.
Ah!
Huh? Excuse me for a second. And where do you think you're going?
Please, sir, stop hiding me.
Anywho, things become overwhelming for the big guy. Populations start growing, and more people decide Santa represents Christmas. Is that a joke? If people only knew Santa, they would not want that guy coming near their chimney.
Please, sir, stop hiding me.
Look, buddy, you have a pretty high rank on this list, so I'm here for a while. So will you quit squirming and give me your other index finger? Soon people will just assume Santa is Christmas. Worse than that, they also thought he always brought gifts.
Who the hell are you talking to? You are crazy! Help! Police!
Shut up. Yeah, that's right. Santa does not always bring gifts. Big shocker.
Oh, my rib!
Santa Claus Charter only requires bringing gifts for all the good boys and girls. Good, subjective to the laws and rules of the original pact, a bond dating several hundred years from when St. Nicholas roamed the earth bringing gifts. Giving, his loving chore for children of less advantage, but pure of heart. Over the centuries, different Santas, yes, there were different Santas, wax and wane the definition of good in the original rules, but overall all agree, children must be at least, by traditional standards, good. Listening to parents, doing what is asked by their church, and revering in the wonderment that is Christmas.
Are you saying there is a real Santa? Holy Mother of Mary! There is no Santa Claus. You're cracked in the head.
Will you shut up and just bleed? I am finishing this up. So continuing. A whole generation of kids went to bed Christmas Eve believing Santa is coming. Huge misunderstanding. So, that brings us to me.
Santa never gave me nothing. My parents were Santa Claus, you crazy.
You are right. With the baby boomer parents under the impression the Santa of New York advertising agencies is real, and kids feeling more and more entitled, keep the letters coming. So Santa, realizing only a few good kids still exist, knew getting to his naughty list is imperative. Well, around 1970, my boss, John, Santa's the 16th, coronation is held, and immediately John looks for ways to rectify all the neglect of naughtiness. On days after, he came to my village, recruiting workers for his workshop, and found me.
You mean my parents lied to me? There really is a Santa Claus? I could have been good, I promise. I could have.
Excuse me. Yeah, sure you could have. Look, that is none of my concern. My charter requires an announcement on your behalf. As follows: you have been a very naughty boy. Each year you requested toys from Santa. You were not on the nice list, thus, by charter, you are to receive a lump of coal. Your bad behavior did not stop at adolescence. Hence, your naughtiness compounds into adulthood. Drug abuse, assaults, thefts, lying and coveting, along with other minor misdeeds, all resulting in you as an upper percentage naughty person on my list. I have found you, fulfilling Santa's covenant with the spirit of Christmas. You are caught up. Sin no more. Oh, Merry frickin' Christmas.
Hey, what are you doing to Louie?
Wait, here we go again.
Shut up. What are you doing with Louie?
Fantastic. I love it when they come to find me. 3 chimneys looking for coal. Look at them. I just need to find them here. Let me open my list here.
Hey, midget, I don't think you heard me. Give me your money.
I am a dwarf. And hang on, you are on my list, I am sure. You should show up somewhere. Oh, yeah. Let me clear the elf thing up. We are not elves. We are nomadic Icelandic dwarfs. Think short and stubby Eskimos. We live a subsistent and nomadic life in small rural villages from upper North Canada all the way to Siberia. My ancestors ride with Genghis Khan across Eurasia. Others sail with Eric the Red. We have always been good with our hands. Tinkerers. Yet, it is a chance meeting with the original St. Nicholas by one of our tribal warlords, changing our people's lives. Since the height of our people's spiritual experience is serving the predecessor of St. Nick around the world by building toys for those good and deserving boys and girls. Giving unconditionally is the spirit of Christmas. That is except me. I am cut from the Genghis Khan-led grandfathers. Too bad for these monsters.
List? What list? Look, fatty, give me money or I'm gonna shove this gun down your throat.
Like this is the first threat I ever got. All right, Simone, hold on. I have something for you.
Simone? Why'd you call me that? Only my mom knows my christening name. I hate Simone.
Oh, sorry, did not know you were sensitive. We cannot find you on any social networks and did not know a nickname.
Who are you talking to?
As I was saying, since kids are convinced Santa brings them everything, by adulthood, most pretend they are the big hoe and buy bountiful gifts for their kids.
Who are you talking to?
Looking, now where is Simone?
You're waking me out, man.
Ah, here you are. My list shows you're really not that bad. Is this your first burglary?
Shut up.
Crazy. You are committing your first armed robbery. Strange.
You are wigging me out, man.
And then, now that guy behind you, the one in the torn leather, nasty. Very high lister.
Shut up, man.
Now put down the gun. It looks like I could let you slide with a firm spanking, excluding a shooting of me.
Sam, listen to him. He's Santa Claus.
Not really.
What? Who are you?
Here we go. I am Santa's helper. I am, by extension of the charter of Santa Claus, here administering on-the-spot redemption of requests. Santa's goal is for all boys and girls to be good. As a result, you once asked for a gift of Santa and now are on my list, and I am delivering you a gift. A lump of coal or equitable. Your situation requires a compounding penalty for your naughtiness that fits your act. Please keep in mind, the more you ask for, the more I give you. So, And here I am again, lying in the snow, making snow angels as I slowly bleed out. Then, as I pray for this as the last time I am shot, that today I get my gift card and noise canceling earphones. From nowhere comes magical dust. My eyes pop back open and I have more work to do. You know, guys, you should really check whether your target is dead before you go running off.
Oh my God, you were shot?
He gets better.
You won't get up this time.
Now I have an old saying: shoot me once, shame on you. Shoot me twice, shame on me. I am given this sword a few years back. St. John says it might be Excalibur, which would be nifty. All I know, it yields decisive blows if I twist it just right.
Holy crap. He blocked my shot. Run!
Needless to say, running did them little good. Once the blood of my ancestors gets rallied, I am apt to get my way. Quickly. Now that that's out of the way, I have never met a Santas in person before St. John. Hang on. Let me see here. Someone on the list close by should pop up. Ah, good. The double dip. A husband and wife badness team. Right smack in Hell's Kitchen. Fun. Where was I? Oh yeah, Santa. St. John is much taller than I expect. Tall as I, with a long white beard and ash white hair. He wears the traditional red and green of our kings and has the most wonderful handcrafted leather boots. He looks like a shiny new toy.
You seem well on your way to something.
You are him.
You mean a simple Icelandic dwarf who wants joy and gifts for others? Then yes, I am that person. Are you not?
I stop, noticing the rosiness of his cheeks and twinkle in the eye. My people view him as regal, yet he does not rule, only recruits. When villagers reach levels of skill and dedication to their craft, Santa brings a gift of joining his workshop. Bringing joy? No. My chief says I'm not good here. I am a warrior. I believe little in our mission and tell everyone who will listen.
I see. If you cannot work in harmony in our world, then you will welcome the experience in the tall human's world, I believe was said.
Yes. How did you... Oh.
Yet your Asian stock, like mine, tore through Europe 1,000 years ago. You taste metal on your tongue.
Yes.
Good. Then I am looking for just such a brave warrior.
I'm not a toy maker.
Our job seems to be a great deal more than making and delivering toys, my friend.
How so?
For years, our role was consistent with the goals of St. Nicholas. Kids deserving would receive gifts. Times change, and we ill prepare for cultural changes, allowing things to get crazy. In the 1950s, a baby boom, they call it, occurs. Some war between tall humans and somewhat tall humans sours happiness for years. Afterward, those still standing make lots of baby making. Soon after, television comes along and a new toy-making place, Madison Avenue, comes into the living rooms of everyone. Lots of babies leads to lots of lists, and advertising makes okay asking for everything. Today, the marketers have taken over Christmas. It is no longer ours. My image is now on everything. A wrong has gone on in our community for too long. Somehow a generation is losing its faith and finding a Santa religion. You see, my strapping cousin, if people believe Santa is Christmas, then we have ruined our charter we have kept sacred all these years. We must figure out a way of setting things straight, putting things back where they belong.
Instantly, I knew my life's work. 1 million kids have been bad and got presents anyway. I will find these kids and give them their reward. That is 30 years ago this Christmas. Since then, each year, Santa John gives me a list of those kids, no matter how old they are, ranking the naughtiest. My job? A lump of coal for the naughty, or for these monsters, just several lumps. My job has never been easy. And if I leave this mess and go ice fishing or something, I will sleep swell. Of course, the list could get smaller. Well, here I am at Miss Linda Ortega's apartment she shares with a live-in Manuel Higginbotham. Linda, drug addict, career criminal, having her hand in everything from hot checks to embezzling Eastern European women for sweatshops in New York or worse. A real treat. And it looks like I can apportion my pummel-filled presence inside their home.
Who is there?
Yes, ma'am, I am responding to a letter you wrote 15 years ago. You asked Santa Claus for a toy pony and a cupcake oven.
What? Yeah, well, how do you...
Yeah, well, I'm here to respond to your request.
Well, who are you?
I get that often, ma'am. If I could just talk face to face, showing you who I am seems easier.
No, go away.
Having someone locked in a house is mostly a blessing. For one, I don't beat up someone street side, though when they won't let me in, which they never do, I am forced into using Santa magic for entry. In this case, because I have no chimney to shimmy down, I will do the next best thing. Step back, Linda, for a second. I'm coming in.
How did you know my name? What the...
Now, I'm usually a softie on the ladies. Linda, she is a real Lady Macbeth. I foresee a good long time will be spent lumping out coal on Linda's behalf.
Who the hell are you?
Ah, Mr. Higginbotham, it is a treat to meet you. If you will wait just a few minutes, I have an answer for your 13 years of requesting a Mach 1 Super Racer.
Manny! Kill him!
Please don't. If you kill me, I lie here on your floor for a few minutes, and then I come around. And then we still have to do this, and... Manny seems disinterested. He charges at me with a crowbar, lunging at me from halfway across the room, quite daring. Now, Manny did not realize I have years of experience avoiding such blows. Manny also did not realize that I am freakishly quick for my size. Manny did realize the flat end of my broadsword, knocking him cold to the ground, hurts. Being unconscious as a result of such a blow is a good start for Manny.
Die, son of a...
The bullet hits my blade. Just a half an inch, the bullet plants in my head. Instead, the bullet bounces right back at Linda, piercing her heart. I stood, the only one lateral, staring at a woman with every intention of killing me, lying on the ground with a bullet intended for me in her chest. Yet, technically, she never taking a life, and us with no charter for killing. Death seems to lower the opportunity to learn anything. I am forced to revive Linda, then I can properly pummel her. In my travel sack, I have a small leather bag filled with a mixture in use by my people for 2,000 years. Roots, dirt, and other ingredients, a healer of the wounds of the warriors of Genghis Khan, and now, enhanced by Santa's biomed team, a bona fide panacea. Applying the balm, the bullet pulls from Linda's body and instantaneously begins healing the wound.
What are you doing?
Nothing to see here, little girl. Go back to your apartment.
That smells awful.
Oh yeah, reindeer poop. Revolting balm. Absolute best pain reliever in the world. Now go back to your apartment.
This is my apartment.
Kid. I pull out my list. Looking on the first couple pages, I see no kid at this address. Rummaging deeper, even to the minor offender I'd never get to, I found no extra resident. I have no record of a kid in this household, nothing definite on the list referencing a kid.
Is my mom dead?
What? No, she will be fine.
Is she stoned?
Huh? Yeah, sort of.
Oh, my dad too.
Yeah. What is your name?
Ginny?
Hi. Ginny, look, I am still working here, so...
Are you an EMT?
No.
Priest?
No. I mean, no.
Then why are you hanging over my mom?
She is sick, but she will be okay.
She's sick a lot.
Is she?
Yes, and you are?
Look, kid, I don't know where you came from. You're not on my list, and I am pretty good about my list.
And my mom?
I accidentally hit your mom with her own bullet. I am pulling the bullet out, so if you would go and play...
What?
Accidentally.
Are you a loan shark?
No.
A drug dealer?
No, it is
hitman?
Really? No.
Then you are.
I am Santa's helper.
What?
Santa sends me out to help with the naughty list. The real naughty list.
There's no Santa.
Yeah, sure. Look, I have a lot of work here. I have to make sure your mom is okay, so I can punish her.
You shot her.
Yeah.
Isn't that enough?
Shooting her is not part of the original rules. Roughing her up a bit, putting the fear of Christmas back into her is. She shot at me and the bullet ricocheted and...
You sound demented.
Look, I am doing my job. Demented, not nearly as demented as these poor souls here.
Why do you care?
I don't! They asked for something out of Santa a long time ago, and Santa never delivered. That is all. I am here with a gift, with interest.
My parents believed in Santa Claus.
Something like that.
They never believe in anything.
Look, kid, like you, your parents brought Santa coming with the sacks full of toys once a letter is written. Well, there's a long story around this, but basically it is a lie.
They wrote Santa letters?
Or I would not be here. Kid, you seem sharp. Looks like you are avoiding the naughty list, so I will not explain the gory parts of my job. Your mom is alive and your dad, stepdad, whoever, and I have business once I wake him. So, since we are near Christmas, you don't want to be naughty, scoot.
How would I get on the list?
I don't know, kid. I suppose ignoring adults qualifies. I am saying leave. If you do not, then disobedience to adults gets a naughty check. Once you write Santa, we place you on the naughty list. Now, I don't get around to the lump of coal offenders, but don't worry, I know where you are.
But what if I've never written Santa?
What?
I have never written Santa.
Never.
Never.
Have you sent an email?
Nope.
Wrote a card at school?
No.
Sat on Santa's lap at the mall?
Ew! No!
Then I don't know. I didn't know people like you still exist. Not in New York. I don't know, never thought about it. You never wrote Santa.
No.
Why not?
You have seen my parents, right?
But you never wrote one letter.
My parents have a strict rule about not trusting anyone and believing in nothing unless profit's in it.
So they never got you presents?
No. I mean, presents would never enter their mind. You know my parents are not stable. I learned early on that drugs took the money from all of us.
Wow.
I do not, wow. You know, my parents told me right off, Santa is a load of crap, and they didn't want me caught up in too much romanticism. You can't sell it. I'm better off not having hopes and stuff. That stuff's crazy.
It's not, it's
Sure
just...
it is. I have seen kids around here, a drug head for a mom promising them that this year is the year that she's having Christmas. She is straightening out. I guess, you know, those things just do not happen. You think it's better off for me to have fantasies?
Well, me? No. Look, kid. Ginny. I am a rare representative of the big guy, but Santa is real. He's not the kind of hero they sell in commercials, but he is a real person. Santa has a charter, a promise bringing cheer and the true meaning of Christmas to all good girls and boys.
So?
So I don't know. That is not part of my factory. Do you want gifts?
Never. Getting one gift sets up the expectation that you will get another one.
But the wonderment of Christmas.
Look, sir, elf, helper, whatever. I've spent my whole life with parents and addiction. I've been raising myself since I was 5, raising these two since 7. I do well. I'm homeschooling myself, read a great deal, keep myself fed, and keep my parents from killing themselves, each other, or me. I like things that you can touch. If I can put my hands on it, it is real, something I can use. Wonderment is neither sellable or edible. So if it's the same to you, you can take your false beliefs elsewhere and leave us alone.
I will tell you, that bunk about never hearing the bullet that hits you is false. I hear them every time. Death welcomes you with a strange pleasantry. Once you become familiar with it, first your body quickly goes painless, and for a few minutes you feel a hovering, then the big ouch. A pronounced and prolonged pain raising all your sensory points, sharp and deep. It becomes pleasurable briefly when your soul is loosening from your body. Then your soul really rips from you like a band-aid off a healed wound. Yeah, I never get to that part. Once again, in a blink of Santa's eye, the big hoe does his job. Then I realize I have to do mine. Oh, the wheels on my skateboard are not straight. How long was I out? But wait, where is everyone? They were all gone. Manny, Mom, and Ginny. No one leaves me. Think. I hit the ground. I hear Ginny ushers both parents out the door. How do they escape? No one escapes. How was I out that long? The girl was here. She influences things. The girl, she is it. The solution. I could not have gotten far. Either Mom or Manny will be moving up my list. I will check my list. I can find them. Find the girl.
So? Santa is a load of crap.
So, I'm a lot like that kid. I have no expectations, real happiness and wonderment in the Christmas season exist. Look around. The people on my list, people who have too much and feel entitled to more, or people who have a life crap and see no hope. I am not big on Christianity. I don't have to be. But people who decide Christ and his celebration a huge waste of their time are miserable. And like the cola Santa, maybe, we are losing something in the current translation. Maybe the original St. Nick is onto something. I just don't see where all this fits. My job is finding the parents and getting to my list. It's just, Ginny is the future. Eventually, this world of the tall people will travel far enough from the wonderment of the day Christ is born, they will become a wall away from wonder completely. Fortunately, Mr. Higginbotham moving up the list makes his beacon burn bright. Since I take only 20 minutes finding Manuel, I find him about a block from the subway leaning into a car. I just figure he is bent over in the midst of a score or hanging his Rocky Mountain Canary out in the open to begin his repentance for shooting me. Either way.
Hey, why did you get me in the ass? Holy shit, I killed you.
Yeah, I know.
That was my ass.
You know killing me is going to greatly increase your retribution for your naughtiness.
What are you talking about?
So, as is my custom, I began the tedious explanation of my duties and, as is my custom, this makes no sense to Manuel, and thus a good 3 minutes is wasted before I begin my gift giving. As always, there is some cussing, some denial, then anger, followed by sorrow. Lastly, a realization. Maybe they could have been better kids. Funny how bleeding after being beat by an Icelandic dwarf changes people. So where is the mom?
Seriously?
Yes.
Look, I am sorry. I want to be a good person. I just don't know. I will do it right. It's just so hard.
I know. Look, I have heard it all before. If you tell me where the girl is...
No way.
I mean Linda.
No way.
Well, since this is an extraordinary situation, I think if I reach deep inside my bag, I can dig out the one thing I know will bring me the information I need. Hey, Manuel, look what I have for you.
Is that?
Yep, I have in my hand an original Mach 1 racer. It is in its original box and already a BOA tag on it, and it's addressed to Manuel.
No way!
Yep, what you always wanted. Since you have been doling out all of your naughtiness, I can give this to you now.
Give me?
Now, little Manny, I count on you being a good boy. Tell me where Linda is.
I don't wanna.
Did you know this is not easy to make? Santa's discovery teams went searching several old factories in Taiwan in hopes of finding the Mach Company blueprints. They just don't make toys like this anymore. Now, Manny, you want to do the right thing, correct?
Linda and the girl are heading south, taking a bus to the train, landing in Washington, D.C. Linda has a hookup there, so they will lie low until I score a few last sales and meet them. I wasn't. I was going to hide out in the city and make my chances. I was sick of the girls anyway.
All right, Manuel, sin no more and Merry frickin' Christmas.
Mr. Claus?
Huh? Does not. What?
Will you tell the girls I am sorry?
Huh? Sure. Great. Now I am a messenger. So, I begin my trek towards Washington, D.C. Since Santa legend has a big guy on Christmas Eve flying along with 12 magic reindeer, it only makes sense that I have some sweet ride. All I have is exclusive use of the charter service, Reindeer Charters, the group of air freight carriers who have exclusive hotshot delivery contact connecting presents to Santa's field agents. Yes, there are more than one Santa working on Christmas, so get over it. My flight takes 3 hours and the Ginny girl keeps my thoughts. I do not recall running into anyone else never writing Santa. If this generation does not write letters, I could retire in a few years. That would be ducky. Of course, with so many kids now, without letters, how do we reach everyone? No letters means a whole generation missing the real meaning of Christmas. Heck, some may deserve gifts and the good thing Christmas brings, and we would never know. I guess God knows, and our people's limited earthly indulgence, helping people realize God hears effervescent things in everlasting ways would find a way. Yet, I wonder whether Ginny knows someone is capable of answering her prayers. The original St. Nick would wonder how we got here. Wow, before I let that rattle around in my head for too long, looks like the charter service is landing me in D.C. Every time I visit in D.C., I think the same thing. Boy, I could spend my whole year in this place, lots of naughtiness in this town, and not a blemish of repentance. All this opportunity will wait until I finish what I have half undone. A hostel on G Street seems magnetic, giving away where my artful, dodgy Linda hides. Each step I walk closer to the hostel, my list starts glowing with Linda's name ever so bright. Hi, Linda, me again.
What? Sweet God, how did you find me?
Well, actually,
Wait, you were killed.
seems so. I get around to fixing that eventually.
Leave me alone.
Lady, I would love to, but see, I have this list and...
Piss off.
Wait, where is the little interrogator?
What?
The girl, where is the girl?
I left her in New York. A dead hobo is not the cops' top priority. They will not clatter her roof too much. Questioning, then foster care, I suppose.
Let me get this straight. You and your husband split. Then you send your 13-year-old back to take the fall. What were you thinking?
You were lying dead on my floor. What do you think I'm thinking?
Boy, I'm gonna smack this one good.
What already?
You and Ginny have the same eyes.
Yeah, so
Nothing.
look, do what you gotta do and leave.
You know, I got these old gloves when I first started this job. 900 scuffs and scrapes creates a signature to the letter of the leather. Commitment and a list. Go on. Get out of here.
What? I thought you were smacking me around.
Nah, not today.
But Manny killed you because I told him. I smiled when you hit the ground. It is my gun.
Yeah, well, I got nothing for you today. You were all caught up. Go sin no more.
That's it? You're walking away?
Well, yeah, sort of. Oh, but
What?
Manny says he is sorry. So, I am back to New York. I am beat. Still, this Ginny thing keeps my eyes wide open. Children in awful apartments and worse parents require explanations. How do I tell her there is wonderment in things you cannot touch worth believing? I am feeling a pull from my primary vocation's urgency towards finding this child, letting her know God loves her. All the darkness she feels is real, but so is hope. Faith inside darkness can provide results. Hell's Kitchen provides me abounding befalling for my kind of work, but for the first time, I have no appetite for retribution. So, here I go. As the clock strikes 12, with a pack I creep, well, more like meander, back down a familiar hallway I go. I don't think I've seen a door I demolished post-demolish. And left to herself is Ginny. And you sit here eating a bowl of Fruit Loops?
Oh, you again.
Hi, Ginny.
Did I finally make your list?
No, of course not.
Well, my parents are long gone. Don't let me stop you if you feel motivated to move on.
What are you going to do?
You don't care.
Usually. What are you going to do?
Despite my entirely freaky day, I will wait around here for a few days. Maybe my dad will show up, maybe he won't. The landlord will show up at the end of the month, wanting money. I will pawn the little crap we have left and take a bus to DC. Maybe find my mom there.
Look, your father wants me to tell you something.
He told you this while you were beating his ass.
Afterwards, that does not matter. He wants to tell you he is sorry. Manny is sorry.
Well, holy crap. You beat a soul into Manny Higginbotham. You earn your keep.
Look, I can find your mom. I found her once with my list. I have never tried command performances, but because of the peculiar particulars of my interactions, she is still on my list. I am sure this negates some rule in the charter. I want to help. Nothing. You sitting there silent, staring at your soggy cereal means you are feeling something strong, I think. My skills are limited in picking up fear or sadness, and I'm not used to awkward silences. So talk, will ya? Nothing. Hey, I have something for you. I thought about this on the flight over here. Ginny, when St. Nicholas was hanging around, he gave spheres to maidens who were too broke for marriage.
Okay.
I mean, no one is getting you hitched. Maidens back then, an acceptable husband for marriage necessitated dowry. Well, when maidens were pure of heart and gave faith in Christ, St. Nick, I guess, wanting to give their petitions a little push, gave them gifts of beautiful golden spheres. The rules of getting ahead back then were silly. And I know you probably do not pray much or believe in the Santa on the Macy's float. I just thought I would let you know that St. Nicholas would have believed in you. Love you until you loved you and pray for you. for courage and love with his understanding of Christ, in hopes you got it too. Maybe I am talking out of my wazoo. You and your mom have the same eyes. Today, in your mom, I saw a frightened little girl who wants presents. I see her eyes in you, and I realize I have these. I have no idea why these things appear where they belong. These fears are yours, and I want you to have them.
Sure.
Sure. Look, these spheres are yours. They are valuable. Sell them. The money is a good start on getting your family back on track. Maybe get your parents some treatment, a good lawyer, a better dump to live in, something. I don't know what to do with the silence, so... Nothing? That's okay. Well, here's an offering, and all I have. I gotta go.
A dress.
What?
Nothing.
No, really, what?
I would probably like a dress.
Okay, you like a dress. Did not square you for that.
Whatever.
No, look, I'm sorry. I'm usually on the moaning and pleading end of the season. I am no good at the requesting part.
I'm saying I would probably like a dress if I were riding Santa.
No gaming system?
No.
How about a music player with some sound-canceling earphones?
No, never mind. I don't even know what the crap I'm talking about.
Ginny, I'm sorry. I am being a jerk. I just gave the gift because I want you realizing some wonderment in Christmas. If I think about it, you can write Santa a letter and try your luck. Worst case, you wind up on my list somewhere. I am still 5 years behind on the considerable creeps, so hopefully I will not come back right away.
So, how do I do this?
Write a letter to Santa?
Yes. This is what you want, correct?
It never occurred to me what would happen if she actually wrote a letter to Santa. What if she wrote the letter and she made the naughty list? I'm suddenly having, I think, a rush of fear. Look, you need to come with me.
No.
Look, a basis covering action is needed as insurance. I want this Christmas thing working out.
You're really freaky.
Look, I want you on the good list, and some things taken care of can make sure you're on the good side of the gift giving.
I thought all this meant you would vouch for me.
Me? Holy crud. If I vouch for you, a whole village of uppity craftsmen will prefer building you an exploding apple than give you what you want.
They can do that?
The primary thing before you write a letter to Santa is insurance.
So how do you plan on doing that?
You seeing a priest.
You know, I've been here before.
Really? No, I don't know things like that.
Yeah, my mom sold stolen stuff on the street corner not far from here 8 years ago. I would come here on rainy days to eat soup and draw in the coloring books.
Wow, who would have thought you have time for coloring books? Never pondered the thought of a 5-year-old walking into this shelter alone.
Well, well. Welcome to the mission of St. Nicholas. I have been expecting you.
Expecting us?
Yes. Well, someone as high visibility as you, young man, creates notice. Reports from the cargo service said you, I think their words were, hopped a flight to D.C. and went broken arrow. The main office have concerns this time of year. Santa himself called me a few hours ago. When Santa extends trepidations about his best-loved enforcer, then I constantly prepare for your arrival.
Yeah, that is great. Actually, I am not here for me. This girl I have here, I thought maybe you could help.
Ah, yes. I think she is the delight they call Virginia. She has been here before.
Yes, she has, and it is Ginny. Anyway, wait, how did you? And wait, how did you know she'd been here before?
My dear boy, do you think Santas lose their special gifts after they give up the title? I still have an eye about things.
Wait, what? I know that twinkle in the eye. You are a Santas.
You don't know these things.
How could I? Oh my, he is one. He is a Santas who gave up the robes. Usually they die in service, but the last one turned the role over to Santas John. So if the current Santa had been around for almost 40 years...
So you're the guy who created all this mess.
Well, if you are inferring that I am the Santa who presided during the early last century, then yes, I, along with several other factors, created a mess. But please sit down. I will get some cocoa.
So let me see again, Mr. Helper. You have no idea that this guy is an old Santa when you bring me here?
No clue. I don't keep track on things like this. It really is not part of my job description. I have the list and...
And you, Mr. Priest, Santa, Guy, are like 100 years old?
Actually, I'm probably 150 years old in tall people years. But it all gets fuzzy once you take on the role in the robe.
This is amazingly freaky.
Yep, me too, kid. So since I'm here, I figure I can ask a few questions.
So you screwed up Christmas.
Well, she does get to the point.
Well, I believe the truth is Christmas, Coco everyone, is not screwed up at all. To a certain extent, the perception of Christmas has gone somewhat off track the past few years.
Somewhat.
Jenny, I would like to tell you a story. How Santas came about, and how we are finding our place in this modern society. About 1,500 years ago lives a man, so kind and generous, we consider him the greatest saint of the world. A man who is a cantilever in a dark time, whose works were magical and few people understand except as God's miracles. A man, in his later years, takes distant travels and finds a rural European village where he meets a small tribe of tinkerers, nomads, preferring isolation and subsistence over conversation. Well, this man, Saint Nicholas, meets the tribe's king, and upon king's hearing of the coming of the Lord, converts to Christianity. The whole tribe converts as well. As a meditation of service, Saint Nicholas asked the king to have his tinkerers make small toys for the surrounding village's deserving children. Well, the king's strict rules about coming in contact with the tall people, as the king calls them, prohibit such actions. So, Nicholas tells him, "Go forward making the toys. Pray and have faith. You will be able to sneak the toys into the houses in the dark of night. God shares in miracles and will ensure the king goes undetected." That night, the king goes into the tall people's village, prays for invisibility, and to his amazement, he places toys into every house, the night, Christmas Eve, and children awake to the most wonderful trinkets and toys. Where from? No indication is given. From that night, the king decides his purpose in life is seeking children, having little but faith and reverence in their hearts, and delivering those children toys on Christmas Eve. Soon the king's acts of generosity spread. Other tribes learn of his selfless acts, and soon his name in our language, Santa's Claus, the saint's helper, spreads to all our villages. Being the saint's helper, to this day, is a sacred mission, cherished by whomever is chosen for the role and robes. Shall I go on?
Don't look at me, Ginny. This is new info for me. I spent my hours honing a skill of avoiding our people's special purpose.
Around 1100 AD, Eastern wild men come raiding areas of Eastern Europe. With the Mongols come cousins of our people who soon settle into our tribes and add our ranks a new vitality. This is historically insignificant, except explaining why your burly friend here and I are a tad taller than most brethren. Continuing, for 1500 years, our monk-like mission continues. Tall people create wars and peace, change politics, kings, and even religions, and our job, delivering children deserving a gift on Christmas Eve, letting them know God is thinking of His children, carries on. Then, the tall people experience what people call the Industrial Revolution. Populations grow and villagers move from the fields to the factories. Their faith remains strong, and for the first time ever, a Santus and his helpers ask help from tall people carrying out our sacred mission. A secret society arose, born out of contact between the clergy and our Santa's Claus, inhabiting the urban areas, discovering children deserving, compiling lists throughout the year, and presenting Santas a month before Christmas. The St. Nicholas Societies became our inseparable companion. Well, the compiling of lists becomes requisite of our culture, and to the Society's amazement, children begin writing letters of love and appreciation to Santas, or Santa, as the Europeans were calling him. With many of the letters, request for special toys. Well, this is extraordinary. Children making requests. We agree. The children with requests be treated with equal importance. We also agree. If you were in the mind to request something, then pristine conduct throughout the year was not too much to ask. So, once resolute, we continue our loving chore, bringing gifts to the deserving, and also attempting accommodations of all requests. Fortunately for us, our Mongol blood surges when it comes in touch with the forge, and soon our tinkerers make the most amazing toys ever. We soon realize communicating with children who sent letters who sway a good deal from their ideal virtue the previous year is necessary. Incidentally, a strapping Santas, looking much like our gruff friend here, suggests we present children a lump of coal who make their desires visible, but require a recommunication, the values of humility and virtue.
Holy crap. The naughty list.
Yes, my friend. Not many years before your christening, the list is born. The coal seems a suitable naughty gift, timely and functional for its uses in the coal stoves of the industrializing world. We thought we did well. We continue our mission. Regrettably, as the St. Nicholas Societies grew and rumors spread, many popular myths develop about our purpose. Many start right here in this great city.
Great. So you're blaming us.
No. Never the children. Mostly, I would say the adults lost their way in the business of the modern world. Now, the Northern Europeans and our people were always close. So, with no great surprise, here, in the city once called New Amsterdam, the first St. Nicholas Society forms. Along with the New World, new challenges arrive for the Santa Claus and his helpers. The population base here is growing faster than in Europe. American children, industrious, virtuous, and desirable of things, become too numerous for we villagers alone. The tribe, Santas, and the society together decide special agents will work in the New World, serving as aides for the roll and the robes. Virtuous men, keeping strong beliefs in miracles, wearing hardy boots for traveling through New York's urban areas, warm coats, still of our traditional colors red and green, but fitting in a way so that they can quickly disrobe if detection nears. Though dressing somewhat different from the main Santas in Europe, continue wearing their hair long and keeping full beards, representing the traditional homage to St. Nicholas. Vigorous in working with the society, these men, Santa's helpers, make sure all deserving are delivered gifts and our tradition lives on. In fact, I am the first Santas who visits New York over 100 years ago. Now, your grandparents and great-grandparents created us a great problem, simultaneously honoring all the values we held dear for 1,000 years, but gathering less faith in God than before. Yet, the newspapers of this country, and an uncanny combination, imagination and skepticism, strike us our most heaviest blows. Societies were growing, forming chapters in several cities, and conversation and investigation, mainly among the elite journalists, grows about the society's secrecy and vague cause. Almost with the beginning of the 20th century, rumors, circulating about our existence, abound. Then one night the unthinkable, by a small child's father, up on a rooftop, a Santa's helper in a momentary faith lapse. Though the father, morally sound, and his children deserving gifts, but nonetheless, up on his rooftop a Santa's helper he hears, which means a father requiring several talks before understanding what he saw. And yet, such a clatter rose up about our community. Myself, the clergy, the society leaders, and various news agencies, all talking to avoid scandal, and avoiding scandal prevails. Our monk-like existence remains a secret. Of course, Americans can't pass up a good story. An author writes, what he thinks hearsay, an immortal piece of literature. And, in addition, an influential newsman in New York tries creating a drawing of the jolly elf from his imagination and the fantastic tales he hears from readers.
Santa Claus!
Oh, yes. Then, as the bookies on 56th say, it is off to the races. New York soon becomes an advertising mecca. First print media, then radio, later TV, all embrace and epithelize on the Santa Claus ideal. A jolly man who comes down a chimney of all things and brings gifts to all boys and girls. Even as Santa's stories spread, we make imperative the message: Santa helpers are not just toy producers, but preservers of a centuries-old commitment to a St. Nicholas.
So why not end the rumors?
We try. We are not prepared for mass media. Advertising and media overlaps faith, the clergy, anything spiritual. Soon secrets leak as myth. News and advertising agencies use information of Santa, sometimes staying close to the truth. Too often, they use it the way they want. And as advertising and hearsay spread, a bloat of children's correspondence creates. The societies fall deep into despair, and agents all over the world are on constant watch. But I tell you this, many things change in 1,001.5 years. Many things change, but children do not. Their capacity for love and inherent goodness fills them. They are God's children. Children need no form-filling for that. Rather, deserving compassion and capable of redemption, they crave something sacred. And I know no other way to better serve the spiritual nature of ourselves than to do acts of love anonymously for others, autonomous to any outside influence. Well, I may have overstepped there. Excuse me.
Hey, Father, Santas, please don't go running off on account my nasty little job sucks. I get what you are saying, but we got this kid here who I think is a good case for a compassionate redemption thing.
No, not running, bringing. Now, if I recall, this is one of my favorite coloring books, The Book of Bears. Yes, I am sure it is. This book is just filled with wonderful coloring projects in various levels of completion and detail. I think these pages here look familiar, Virginia. So tell me, why do you want to dress for Christmas?
I guess. If I have a pretty dress, then I can be ready to help my parents get better.
That is interesting. How?
They need help. Meeting doctors and lawyers, and God knows they will look a mess. At least I will look somewhat respectable.
Oh, I see. Now this is a pretty picture. Do you remember the day you drew that picture?
No, not really. Well, sort of.
I think I recall. A sudden nighttime temperature drop precedes a day of rain, and still a few years before your mom reconnects with Manny. I recall. Oh, she is selling stolen cookware, I think.
Yep, sounds about right.
Do you remember our little conversation that day?
Sort of.
If I remember, the day's talk was of bears and sheep and my job at the mission. As I recall, we talked about my job being like a shepherd of a flock here. And as a good shepherd, I want my flock safe and warm, and I want them hearing the good news. I want them knowing Christ took the bullet for them, their sins answered for. I want them knowing now is not a time of sorrow, but rejoicing, for their cup runneth over. Yes, I think that was it.
Yep, that was it.
And Jenny, do you remember what I said to you?
You said that everyone in earshot of your message is safe. We are given the Lord's blessing, and I can rejoice because my bad days are clear, complete in the biggest book in the universe.
Really? I'm worried about this kid lacking wonderment, and she is having playdates with a Santa Claus?
So, Jenny, do you remember what you said then?
I said, I wish my mom could be close enough to you so she could hear the good news.
And I said...
You said getting her to one mass, and she would hear.
And you want a dress for Christmas.
To get her freaking mom to mass. Holy moly, that's it! Huh? I think I was supposed to let Ginny have that moment.
My dear friend, proud in your Mongol blood, I don't think you worry about this one. She can go ahead and write the letter.
So that's it. Someone has called it. She is good for letter writing. Now what to do with her? Look, kid, I still have this list nagging me, so let's say I get you on your way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay? Okay is what I get from you? No, please, Mr. Dwarf. Oh, please, Mr. Santa's helper. Please don't leave me now. Help find my family and make this the best Christmas ever.
I don't think so.
You mean this is it? You don't want me to help you?
Look, I am finding my dad somewhere. I figure from there we will find my mom. Wait. Do you want to go with me?
No. Well, I didn't until you did not ask me to.
So this list of yours, is it any good to us? Can it get to my dad's location?
I have been looking all over my list, but nope. He's been cleaned off. I don't have much residual business.
We can find my mom, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We will spend a night Manny hunting.
A night of Manny hunting is what we did. Jeannie and I go to all the places her dad did business at consumption. We find no Manny. We decide Manny's friends on the list could help. The list points us to an old diner where Manny works, a parking lot for various enterprises, and in the darkness of the adjacent alley, we see his shadow. Then, holy jeez, look over there in the alleyway. There's Manny, Ginny.
Manny, what did you do? Who made that gash on your head, your face?
Yeah, those are not mine.
I am so sore. I got cut. I want to do good, I swear.
Manny, what did you do?
I wanted our money back. I went to Hector and the boys. Since they owe me, I told them I am fixing myself and become legit. I said I must have what they owe me, and then I am out.
That did not go well.
And then?
They cut me as payment. I don't know how deep, but they left me here for dead.
Okay, this is a lot of blood. Like, serious. No bad guy bleeds that much blood with me.
And?
I think I can help. Manny, I don't know how to tell you this. You are dying. I think I can fix that, so slowly stand. I am putting the stuff on your wound. It does not smell very good, but it will fix you up. Now, Ginny, help him up. Okay. Now, blood is pouring between your fingers, Manny, so don't look. I am placing healing goo on your stab wound. Hold it until you feel better. Manny, this Hector dude, can you tell me where his hangout is?
About 3 blocks west.
Ginny, look, you stay here with Manny. It will take a bit for his healing up.
Where are you going?
Me? Nowhere. I will be right back. I have little practice in reassuring. I try to give Ginny a smile anyway. What I do have some skill in is getting on with my list, and Hector is someone who would qualify for naughty. Moving up west, studying my list closely, I find an old hotel almost spot on 3 blocks away. Since I am sure Hector is stupid enough to be at his hangout, amazing the utter stupidity of the truly naughty, I walk around 20 feet from the hotel's entrance, look at my list and scan for the names close. Hector is a beauty, very high on my list, and with him, Jake, Tony, Samuel, and Philip Sowell, making at least 5 on my list in one spot. It is Christmas for me after all. Handling Excalibur, or whatever my sword's name, I walk into the hotel. I will tell you, walking into a thug's hangout with a broadsword and a green and red suit draws a good amount of attention. I first run into Tony, who is working the front desk. Vacancies look full. Pulling a pistol hidden under his desk, well, nice try, but my sword is already drawn. Good thing we are in a hotel. Tony's looked to be needing a napping place. Next is the elevator. My list tells me the boys are up on the 7th floor. I'm getting blips from a lot of lower rung naughties. They will wait until I finish with Hector. Hey, you were trying to shoot off my foot. That's a foot. That sucks.
Come out from that room, you squad freak!
You shot at my foot. That's not very nice.
Come out, I'll aim a little higher. No one gets up here and lives.
Come on, Jacob. Talk some sense into Sammy there. He can't go blasting people's feet off without warning.
Hey, how does he know our names?
Rattling their brains and how I know their names, I make my turn back towards the hallway. I stick my sword out in front of me and charge. Jacob fires first and his bullet hits firmly on my blade. Almost simultaneously, Samuel fires again with his shot piercing my shoulder, throwing me backward. Poor Sam. The bullet Jake fires bounces off my blade and hits him in the chest, dropping like bricks. Jake, first looking down at his colleague, walks towards me with a plan of finishing me. He thinks.
What the hell are you doing here?
I am bleeding. I hear the bullet fire, so I am sure I am laying on the ground next. but for some reason, it's Jake who finds his knees.
Shoot me, you idiot.
Okay, boys, I got my little bag of stuff out, so I guess I will be placing goo on your wounds. Sleep well. I guess you won't tell me where roommate 01 is. Yeah, I know. 8th floor. That is what I get for asking someone who's passed out. Okay, Hector, Philip, Saul, here I come. I gather myself. I am bleeding but alive. Death is one thing, quick, and Santa always has a catch-all for me so it does not last too long. Being wounded, though, is constant pain. My shoulder is feeling lousy, so I reach into my bag, placing more goo on my wound. I take a deep breath. I place my hand on the doorknob of the hotel room of the two naughties and force the door open. The room's fortress, an old couch flipped on its side, a side table supporting a bag of various bad things bad people often have, and a coffee table with large amount of US money and neat high stacks. These guys watch too many movies. Come on, Hector. No hiding. I have a present for you. Yoo-hoo! Come on, guys. I really want to get into this, and I have a nasty sting in my shoulder. Piercing the couch, I use my blade as leverage, pushing the couch over where I thought I would see the boys hiding there. I was wrong. From the closet, really? Ouch! Hey, that is my leg! What is it with you guys shooting my clothes?
What the? How did you?
Saul, I can see your multiple shots have not wiped me out. I can also see the thoughts of sugar plums dancing in your head. Good night. And now, Hector. I hope you are enjoying the entertainment.
Hey, get off me. How did you do that so quick?
I have this quick as a wink thing going for me, especially for you. Mr. Hector Bloodworth Spinell, you have been an extremely bad boy.
Go to hell.
Oh, and your goon shot my pant legs all up. Now, let's begin. I, by charter. All of a sudden, I see the little boy Hector was. Sad little kid. All he wants is a Lionel train set. He is a kid who has nothing, with parents promising him all the magic of Santa Claus, but never spending much time on the wonderment of Christmas. A kid who thought Santa did not love him very much. I look at him with my fist raised for several minutes. I am cringing with what is going on with me. What the heck am I doing looking into the eyes of these animals and seeing sorrow? I get up. Repent.
What?
Repent. Repeat. Sin no more. You have done some nasty things in your life, but I want you knowing this season reminds us something greater is out there than this sorry lot. We are all lousy sinners, apparently, but it's not necessary living our lives through the pain of our misdeeds and misunderstandings.
What's this all about?
I don't know anymore. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry frickin' Christmas to you.
I leave the room, walking past the sluggish boys in the hallway, Sam spitting on my boots as I pass.
You're a freak.
Yep, I am, but you're living, so count a blessing or two, will ya? Oh, and Merry Christmas. I make my way back out of the hotel. I am feeling not right at all. I had no desire smacking Hector. This is so unlike me. It's the gunshots. Too much bleeding and not enough dying make me all weird. But returning to Ginny seems more than the list. I am overcome with a feeling the most important thing I could do is get Ginny back with her mom. I will make my way back to the alleyway where I left Ginny and Manuel. Look at that. The street corner where we are here has a light pole with ribbons and lights strung. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
My God, are you all right?
No, not really. Manny okay?
Yes. thank you. I bought him some soup from the diner. You have dried blood all over you. What happened?
Well, they tried to shoot my foot off. And if you follow the hem of my pants bottom, you will find the bullet hole in my pant leg.
You know your shoulder's shot, right?
Yeah, I know. I can deal with it. I am just thinking shooting somebody's foot is dirty.
I'm going to add the reindeer poop.
Look, Manny's all smiles.
Yeah, he's been that way the whole time you were away.
Look, kid, we are finding your mom in D.C. tonight. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and I know you're not much into all this, but I have a really big pull to make all this work.
DC is a long way away. It's late. We can do it in the morning.
Nah, we will be fine. We can get there in 3 hours. After I secure a flight, we head to the private airfield of Reindeer Charters. The crews are teeming with pre-Christmas preparations one might expect of a package transport a few days before Christmas, and this one caters to all the Santas on the U.S. East Coast. We are placed on a cargo run heading to Arlington, Virginia. There, we will be hot-shotted to about 10 minutes from Linda's last location. We find ourselves in a hold full of teddy bears. Ginny and Manuel curled up in a pile of plush bears, and I feeling myself falling asleep as well. I close my eyes to the nice sight of 2 smiles. Smiles, hugs, and bears. We land 3 hours later and quickly move near a DC building where Linda was last seen.
Hello all, my name is Field Agent Thomas and I will be assisting your placement at the target location.
What are field agents?
We are pre-Christmas night logistics. We comb the area to confirm residents of deserving kids, make a sweep of dangers in the area, 24-hour security, alarms, dogs, insomniacs, and such.
So you guys case a place before you enter it.
In a manner of speaking.
What do you do the rest of the year?
Well, I work at a homeless shelter. Around Christmas, I am a Santa for the Salvation Army. In fact, most field agents find ringing a bell in front of a store is a great way of observing targets as they pass.
Wow.
A team, we are in luck. We have so many agents out tonight, we easily narrowed Linda's whereabouts. After the feedback we got on her last, we believe we can place her in the building with the blue trim and pink flamingos in the front yard. We, of course, will use the naughty list as confirmation.
That's her mom's house. She's not been there since she was tiny, probably Ginny's age.
Mom has a mom?
So there is where the fun began. So, I look down to confirm Linda is in the old blue house. I nod to the group my confirmation. I look at Ginny and feel a strange well-up of feelings. I guess it is sadness. Okay guys, this is where I am off.
You leaving now?
Yeah, hanging around for all this won't make my list any smaller. I wanted to get you to your mom. Now we are here. I am going. I got this list thing.
Okay. I have this.
A napkin?
Just make sure Santa gets it, okay?
Sure, kid. I unfold the note. On the napkin are a few simple words. Dear Santa.
I hope you are well. This is my first letter to you because I thought most of my life you were full of crap. I want you to know I've had the most amazing couple of days, and I am ready now to ask for a few things. So here I go. Dear Santa, please, for Christmas, can you please help my mom and dad find the peace they need to know love, forgiveness, and relief from anxiety? And Santa, please make sure your helper gets everything he wants for Christmas. He is okay once you get to know him. Thanks, Ginny.
Okay, if I tell you I cry, it will completely ruin the image I have set up so far. I will tell you, no one has ever thought about me for Christmas. And Christmas is seeing someone who loves others and gives unconditionally for me from now on. I fold up the letter and place it in my small bag. I smile at Ginny and do a lame attempt at patting her on the head. Manny sticks out his hand to shake mine, but pulls it back quickly. I think it is me. I did not see the someone who stands behind me.
Hello, everyone.
Holy geez, Santa John. Don't you got somewhere else to be?
I guess I do. But when one of my top people starts going crazy with the corporate jet, I have to come and do something about it.
Look, I can explain.
Not necessary, Francis. I know the whole story. In fact, the good news is I am actually here giving you a Christmas present.
What?
Yes. Well, it seems someone wants you to have a gift. So I am here to take you off the job. You have done your last naughty task for me.
What?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Preparation for your next mission in the service of St. Nicholas back at the home office begins at once.
Really? I am done? Hey, wait. What about the naughty list?
It's up to you, Francis.
What?
My friend, I am ancient. I have done the role and robes for over many years, and I am, unfortunately, in poor health. I do not know how many more years I will be able to carry out my duties, and this means a successor. Understand? See, my friend, it has come to my attention no one will be able to take over better than you.
Okay, I give. I surrender. Why me?
Because someone prayed for you, and you realize you were praying for her as well. This, and you have seen so much pain over these past many years, I am confident you will figure out a way to get the joy back into this season for everyone. Well, I would love to stay a while longer, but I have a good deal to prepare for here in the next 20 hours or so. Come along, my friend. You can travel back with me, and we can get you briefed on this year's goings-on.
Hey, wait! What about Jenny's letter? You gave her part of it, apparently. How about the whole getting her parents God and everything?
Oh, I am. But this looks to be something out of my hands.
What the?
Well, it seems her gift already arrived. All she will have to do is walk past those pink flamingos.
So you did it?
No, you did it. Your understanding and forgiveness helped her get her prayers answered. Of course, she has a strong advocate as well back at the St. Nicholas mission, and your generous donation of the golden spheres to the mission, Santis is now a big fan.
Golden spheres? No, wait, I didn't. It is... Oh... Good. I'm glad everything works out with that.
Well, nothing more for us to do here. Ginny, Manuel, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to all!
Six years has passed. The past 3 years, I have been fully in charge of the whole commitment my people have with St. Nicholas. Still an unrealistic feeling for me to say, I am Santa Claus. As the hoe, I decided to let go of the whole naughty catch-up program. On the first anniversary of my role as Santis, I announced every person ever on a naughty list will be given a pass. A do-over. As we consider everyone's slate clean, we are doing our utmost to get to those kids who have been naughty with a lump of coal. But more importantly, using an extensive network of telecommunication and internet technology spanning around the world, we are compiling lists of those who truly have been good. Tripling our efforts finding those children truly deserving of a little reminder of the amazement and splendor of the season, regardless of race, belief, or religion. So be good, for goodness sake. We are spending a lot of time and talent finding out you are good, and maybe not the most fanciest gift in the world, but we will get you something special fitting of someone just like you. Given to you with love, just like the wise men brought gifts to a child who was special, just like you. Did you know that the wise men were Zoroaster? They have an office up here. It has also been years since I've seen Ginny. She's graduating from high school this year, and wouldn't you know it, Ginny is given the valedictorian speech. Not bad for a kid who taught herself until 13. I wanted to be there. See, a few years back, Ginny's mom passed away. I started the new gig and did not get a chance to send her my condolences in person. Now, oh Manny, he is doing fine. He has more than 5 years sober and found time to get within earshot of the old mission, so he's covered. Linda did too. Now let me tell you, it is not easy being anywhere when you are the hoe. Tons of logistically things involved. People freaked out about you being seen. Fortunately, I have some experience mingling in with the tall people. So I caught a reindeer charter out of HQ and met Ginny in New York. Virginia.
Santa!
Hey, I know I am sneaking into the auditorium a few minutes before the graduation. I am sorry. Wow, look at you. My scruff and tough girl has turned into a strapping and healthy version of her mother.
Silly, it's you! It's really you! What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you graduate. I mean, this is okay, right?
Yes, always. I'm about to go on, and I was just going over my speech. I am so glad to see you.
Look, Ginny, I want you to know I'm real sorry about your mom. Santa's John passed on the same time, and I was full tilt running the show. I cannot tell you how much...
It's okay. Santa said you wanted to come. She was sick. Cancer sucks. But I know that I got a good year or two with her that were really, really good. But look at you. You look like a shiny new toy.
Yep. I was looking down at my feet on the flight, noticing how amazing my boots look these days, and how even though I am all cleaned up now, I still have no clue on how to do these things. Look, Ginny, I wanted to give you something. This little parcel is from the whole family back at HQ. It's wrapped in a special crepe paper the boys at HQ have been perfecting. The letter is something I wanted to give you. It's strange, you know. We have a global network of analysis working hours in India, Canada, and China doing the heavy lifting of compiling the list each year. But for some reason, that letter found my desk.
Thanks. Can I read it now?
Yeah, sure. The team had no idea what to do with it. It is very rare we get a letter from an adult, so they pass it around as a morale thing in the workshop. They felt like we were doing a good job if parents were writing us. Well, last year, I am in a break room in the wooden train section of the shop, and I see a copy of the letter on the bulletin board.
It's from my mother. Written a few months before she passed away. Dear Santa,
I wanted to thank you for the gift you've given me the past few years. I was under the control of a powerful addiction, missing seeing my little girl grow up. I'm having a chance now, the result of an amazing event involving one of your agents. My request is this. Please keep believing. Believing in those of us who seem naughty, those of us who seem lost. Always believe. We are worth the patience. Also, could you please find in your heart to please bring my little girl a dress? It seems all she really wants, and I was too much in a haze to notice. I'm sick now. I might not get around to it for her this Christmas. I would appreciate the effort. My best wishes, Linda Higginbotham.
Thank you, Santa. It's beautiful.
You can keep the letter. It took me about a week to track down the original. It seems I have some pull, so they told me it is yours to keep. Oh, yes, the present.
Oh my gosh. Santa, this is a dress. It's amazing.
Well, my opinion is about the most beautiful dress ever. That light green fabric made with hand-selected silkworms. The little guys not only make nifty thread, but their silk lends a sense of well-being to the wearer and those in close contact with her.
It's amazing.
Look, I know it's not super elaborate, but I promise you, some dwarfs in the clothing and fashion department, since they heard this dress is coming to you, were nervous. They even gave the worms a special pep talk.
Tell them it's perfect.
I need you to get ready for your shindig. I promise you, I will keep in touch. Santa is going to get you connected with some of the St. Nicholas folk in whatever college you go to. Who knows? In a few years, or 10, you might get a visit in your house from old Santa's for your little one.
You know, my mom would have loved this dress.
Yeah, we know. With that, I slip into a dark corner of the auditorium, scaring the heck out of someone's grandparents who I'm fairly sure lied to their kids, so I am good. While the kids make their way to their seats, the principal makes several announcements and welcomes Ginny. Ginny walks to the podium. She is wearing her Christmas dress and looks amazing. Ginny, opening her notes, clearing her throat. She begins her speech, and I smile what I think I will call a jolly smile.
My fellow students, parents, and faculty, I want to tell you, yes, there is a Santa Claus.